I informed John that I was in labor and needed to leave. He rolled his eyes and said, "Just stay for the meeting at 1 p.m. John snapped back, "It's just a meeting." The meeting lasted an excruciating 2 hours. Am I the a-hole for reporting my boss after he forced me to attend a meeting despite knowing I was in labor? I, female 28, have been working at my company for 5 years, and until recently, I love my job. I was 8 months pregnant when this happened, about a month ago, so I started having contractions while at work. Since I was not due yet, I thought it was just Braxton Hicks. What is Braxton Hicks? Oh, Braxton Hicks are just contractions of the uterus. Because they weren't that intense. Just a week before that, I had experienced Braxton Hicks and went to the hospital, but it was a false alarm. This time, I was still working when the contractions started in the morning, and I again thought it was Braxton Hicks. I didn't want to cause a scene, so I tried to keep working. Last time I went to the hospital, my boss, John, 45 male, made sarcastic comments about me being overly dramatic and joked about how I should schedule my labor around important meetings. Excuse me? You cannot just schedule your labor. I would have reported him to HR. I have social anxiety, and I tend to take people's crap without pushing back, so I just took it. By noon, the contractions were getting stronger and closer together, and I knew I was real labor. I needed to go to the hospital. I informed John that I was in labor and needed to leave. He rolled his eyes and said, "Just stay for the meeting at 1 p.m. It's crucial and we need you there." What part of you being in labor this guy doesn't understand? Is he married? I was stunned. I reaffirmed that I was in active labor and needed to go to the hospital immediately. John snapped back. "It's just a meeting." Exactly, it's just a meeting. It's not important. Her having her baby is more important. It's just a meeting. See through it and then you can go. It's not like the baby is going to pop out right now. I beg your finest pardon? What an asshole. Feeling pressure and scared for my job, I reluctantly state I wouldn't have. I will have somehow documented this and gone to HR afterwards. The meeting lasted an excruciating 2 hours. By the end of it, I was in so much pain that I could barely, oh my god, this poor woman. I finally left and dropped myself to the hospital. When I was admitted immediately, I would have made him drive me to the hospital. Motherfucker. My husband reached 30 to 40 minutes later because he was on the other side of the town for a meeting. My daughter was born later that evening, thankfully healthy despite the delay. When I told my husband what had happened, he was furious, and instead we reported John to HR. I was hesitant because I didn't want to jeopardize my job, but I agreed it was the right thing to do. HR was upheld and assured me that they will handle the situation. John has been since suspended pending an investigation. Good. The real kicker? During the investigation, it came out that John had emailed the entire office when I was in labor, complaining about my lack of commitment and making fun of me for overreacting. He even implied that I was using my pregnancy as an excuse to get out of work. I hope this guy is not married. And then people ask, why do we have the male loneliness epidemic? This is why. Now, my coworkers are pissed at me, saying I overreacted and that I should have just sucked it up for the sake of the company. Oh, hell no.
Stop it. Get some help.
I've even received messages and emails from a few colleagues saying that I've ruined John's career and that he was just doing his job under pressure. What about you being under pressure to stay at that meeting that lasted 2 hours, jeopardizing your baby and yours health? Are the rest of your coworkers male? That they don't understand what's going on in a woman's body once you're pregnant? One even said that I should have toughed it out, like their wife did during her pregnancy. Such a bunch of assholes. The stress from this whole ordeal has made it difficult to enjoy my first few days with my newborn. I'm constantly second guessing myself and feeling guilty, despite knowing I did what was best for me and my baby. And that's what matters, and you should be proud of it. To make matters worse, the interim manager who took over John is even worse. He's made it clear to everyone that he resents my actions and has made my return to work unbearable. Now that my maternal leave is over, I find myself isolated at work. People give me this side eye and whispers about me. What a bunch of ignorant and immature co-workers you have. During lunch, I'm alone because no one wants to sit with me, because no one wants to sit with a troublemaker. Aww, I know what it feels to be excluded and it feels terrible. It feels like high school all over again. I dread going into work each day and facing the hostility and judgment. I never imagined that doing what was right for my health and my baby's well-being would turn my colleagues against me like this. It's gut-wrenching to feel so isolated and vilified for simply standing up for myself and my rights. I cry most of the time when I come to home and sometimes even in the office washroom when someone passes a comment. In the worst moments, I get mad at my husband and blame him for making me tell HR, even though I know he did the right thing. He's so sweet and never takes it too hard. I apologize soon after, but he always says he wasn't even mad and that he understands how I'm feeling, especially since I'm just 1 month postpartum. He says I should take action and complain, but I don't want to make things worse. He's also saying he can see me like this and that I should just quit because it's hurting him. I don't know what to do. I'm just such a sensitive and emotional person in general, and now it's been worse since giving birth. Am I the a-hole for reporting my boss after he forced me to attend a meeting despite knowing I was in labor? Absolutely not, babes. Like, what was important here was your health and your baby, and you did nothing wrong. Their retaliation against you is just so ridiculous. Like, you were taking care of yourself in a new life, and they are the ones who can comprehend what that truly is. So no, you're not the a-hole, and I would have reported him as well. I would have reported the new one, and I will also have reported the emails that you got from your coworkers to HR. I would have been very petty. Some of the comments says, HR knows that if something had happened to you and your baby, the company would have been in deep trouble. Your manager could have really damaged them. That's why he's in trouble. Now, they're about to screw themselves over again. Not your fault, and have no mercy. They're going out of the way to screw with OP's work environment. There are both federal and state laws against what it's being done for a reason. OP needs to nail them to the wall. She needs to get mad instead of worrying how it'll affect the company's fees. That could have killed her and her baby. Absolutely. So no, you're not the a-hole. Some guys are really so out of touch with how woman's body works and the whole implications of being in labor and how detrimental that can be for your health and the baby as well, because the baby can get stressed out too. If mom's stressed out, baby's also stressed out. Okay, subscribe.